All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, KWC is at full swing. And you saw the jacket. You're watching the jacket right now. All I gotta say, stay jealous, okay? This is a Blacklist International jacket. I'm really excited about this because I am officially an agent now. With this jacket, I was given by Blacklist International. Thank you so much for being so awesome. For this golden sweater. You know, this is comfortable. Obviously, we're in Saudi Arabia, so I'm not gonna wear this outside. But in the venue, it's well air conditioned. So this is actually a really good jacket to wear in the venue or anywhere cold in the winter. I love it. I love it. High quality material. Obviously, you already know. Watching some Blacklist games, they sadly got defeated by Boom Esports, you know, which another team I like because both of them are from Philippines and being one of the stronger regions now on the Honor of King global esports scene. And I heard Philippines is growing tremendously fast right now in the Honor of King ecosystem. So excited about that, guys. If you're watching and you're playing and you know a friend who is playing Honor of Kings, leave a comment down below, let me know. And remember to use the link in description for 20% extra tokens. I know Jurassic Park is out in a lot of places. I have a lot of friends here who open up their phone and I see Jurassic Park. And I'm like, where is Jurassic Park for my region in North America, right? It turns out it's out, but it's not out for NA. And that's criminal. Today, we have one main focus, okay? After you use the link in description to get 20% extra tokens for Jurassic Park. Anything with it, the minions, the theme, the whole 9 yard, okay? But today we have only one purpose, which is to analyze how Blacklist International lost this series versus Boom. It was one of the most exciting series. You can see the coaches are really friendly with each other. And then I think Blacklist did really well, but it seemed like they had problems finishing off the game, clean up the game, right? And that's gonna be a tough issue, you know, if they can't figure it out how to handle it. So we're gonna take a look and see, you know, what went wrong. Starting out the first game draft, Blacklist International, they have Chaz, Golden Kite, going mid lane, clearing wave together. They're playing Diadea plus Lady Sun, Lady Jin, and Pei, as well as Dharma. So this game's core is obviously, very clearly going to be Lady Sun. They have a lot of area zone, they have a lot of engage, disengage, and a lot of sustain for Lady Sun, right? But obviously, usually when we see the strategy for Lady Sun, you expect to see a Ming coming out of it. I wasn't sure it was banned. I mean, Ming was usually not a ban-worthy character. It's not. I guess the idea was just, you know, more prioritized in a sense. But Lady Sun in this particular choice, interesting. Why do you take Lady Sun? I think it's because of mobility. The enemy team does have Kongming, Yu Huan, right? Mei In. And you need a lot of survivability in order to stay alive in this dangerous environment. All right, who ended up getting first blood again? Did I miss something? All right, let's take a look at the rotation, okay? Lady Jane coming bottom side, getting caught by Kongming right here. The slow comes out, stun. Oh my God, did he just walk in? Dragon, what was that about? You know, when you play Lady Jin, the rotation coming out from, you know, going from the river is gonna be pretty unsafe. Right, because it's not a very, I would say, safe character in that sense. It doesn't have a lot of mobility at all compared to Kongming, and you will get one-shotted, especially considering the amount of HP he had starting out. Let's take a little rotation right here, and usually we see mid lane going top anyways, right? So this way they can secure the teleportation, they can secure the gold sprite, and then teleport towards mid lane. And big shout out to the director. Ooh. A director for controlling the vision as such, right? So we're gonna see the amount of vision that Boom has or Blacklist has, why they're making decisions that they make. But yeah, we're not gonna watch every single detail of it. Let's take a look at top side rotation here. Pei and Dharma. It seems like this game, Blacklist the gold is completely even at this point, right? And when you have a Pei and you can't really invade, it's gonna be very, very troublesome. Usually when play is taken, I would expect a Blacklist International, from a draft perspective, to go very ferocious. If you watch KPL, Pei is usually taken with characters like Mai Shi, a side lane, a clash lane, you have something like Byron, you have something like Consor Yu, right? Or even a fighter, double fighter side lane, clash and farm, just so they can invade better, to fully snowball the game. It's truly early game composition, right? Support-wise, it will play something really aggressive, really early game as well. And now look at this entire rotation coming out, right? From Blacklist struggling this entire series, by the way. I wouldn't say entire series, entire game one, early game. This rotation was kind of criminal because Lady Sun was kind of left alone on the bottom side, and Dai wasn't getting vision. And when you play a marksman, when you play a fighter, or I wouldn't say a jungle that's more of a carry, you do need someone who can give vision, right? Dai is okay, but Dai's mobility is limited to her enhanced auto attack. You can see right here, the reason why Blacklist lost this fight and get fully wiped out was it simply wasn't anticipating Boom to play this aggressive, which fed into the quadra kill for Carl, and he's really happy about it. Bottom tier 1 taken down, tier 2 is 1 HP, and this officially solidified the early game disadvantage for Blacklist International. But I like the comeback, right? I think they pulled an insane comeback in this game because the vision, the quad control, I think their flash here from that being used, yeah. He comes in with pay and then flash for the stun. Plus a slow on top of it. Kongming didn't even see what happened. The one shot from Jushi. Jushi is a really good jungler, by the way. And he's a really sweet person in real life. So if you haven't met Jushi, come watch KWC, come watch next tournament. I don't know how long Jushi is gonna stay here in Saudi Arabia. But right now, if you're in the venue, you for sure gonna see him. And he's just nicest person. So I'm only gonna wanna watch the mistakes each team made, and we can analyze what the team can do better in the future. So I'm gonna quickly skip forward. Let's take a look at this rotation. Right now, it's at 8 minutes into the game. The Overlord is available, tired in 15 seconds. You can see right here, Ogron just went in by himself. This is very, I would say, unorthodox. It's very interesting because there's a lot of rush, right? You can see the position from Toshi is already low. Usually when this situation happens, you shouldn't expect to fight at all. And you will never see a team like AG or KPL region try to take aggressive initiation fight in a situation where the marksman is 1 HP, where the jungler was in position, the clash lane was in position. But that's what Carl did. And he went in 1 versus 5, which put himself in a really crappy position, I would say. And the crappy position results in 1 versus 3 trade to the favor of Blacklist, which results in the ultimate comeback. You can take a look, before this whole fight happened, Boom was sitting at 4,000 gold advantage. And after this thing all went down, right, the gold lead shrank to less than 2,000 gold. And also stopped the momentum. Remember, like, one team fight mistake that you made is not just about the gold that you're losing in that fight, the amount of kills that you're given. You're also giving out the momentum where you could have just taken the advantage to continue to snowball enemy jungle. You could take in a lot more resources, can stop them from taking the minion waves in the lane because they couldn't get out of their base, right? You can see all the tier 2 towers and only one standing on the mid lane. In the mid lane, and all the other tier 2, which are inner towers, already gone. In the favor of Boom, right, on Blacklist side. So if they didn't do what they did there, they could have continued to snowball, and this game could become an irreversible snowball, and it could end. But I guess we're doing the very aggressive playstyle, and then that didn't pay out, right? By the way, I like aggressive playstyle. I think when you do very aggressive style of gameplay, you just have to make sure there's less room to make a mistake. You have to make sure of that. And let's take a look at this rotation. You can see one more time. This is very interesting. This is a 2-man tower dive, right? This is a 2-man tower dive. And because Kongming wasn't able to go in, Lady Jane was camping, Dragon was camping here, he's waiting for position. And now eventually he used ultimate to stop the engage, coming out from the left side of Boom. Meanwhile, this 2-man dive from Miggy and Impressive. But the Miggy and Impressive look like twins. Blacklist actually have twins, Dragon and then Golden Kite, they look exactly the same. It's hard to tell, but there's a very specific way, and you will know how to tell the difference once you meet these boys in person. They're really cool guys. For Boom though, Impressive and Miggy are twins as well. A different kind of twins, but you know. So you can see Boom did the same thing. They did again, which is 2 people diving in, uncalled for. The team wasn't ready. Let's take a look at this mid lane here. Dharma engaged into the bush, got an easy solo kill on Tasuri, the mid lane. Oh my god, this is at what cost, right? Carl is already 1 HP. He's soloing the Overlord, and then also now Toshi's ultimate was forced out because he didn't have it anymore. And not having ultimate for someone like Aoyin, right? It's gonna be really painful. This will slow down the next team fight, the pace of the next team fight. They have to really wait for Toshi's ult to come back. And the ult has one of the longer cooldowns in the game as well, because it's so strong, right? It's untargetable, you can fly for a long distance, it resets your skills. So Toshi simply cannot fight with the ultimate in front of a team like Blacklist, because they have Diadea, they have Pei, they have, most importantly, Dharma, who can dive onto him and truly one-shot him. So this is where everything turned around, and Blacklist now back in the lead, capitalizing on a mistake made by Boom, which I would say the same thing otherwise for the next few games, right? Because we were watching it live. I wasn't able to watch it really in detail, so that's why I'm taking the opportunity to watch it now, to see exactly what ended up happening. What was a breakdown here? You can see like Long went in by himself, and that's never the case, right? Usually when you see Ino, AG Ino playing Long, it's like 3 dragon combo, 2-1, auto attack, right? And then flash sometimes to one-shot somebody and leveraging the ultimate to fly away, to escape. But whereas here, we see a very unique, I have the ultimate and let me engage. And once, see the thing about Long, you usually don't want to engage with Long in this kind of fashion, right? If you want to use your ultimate to engage, it's like your enemy team is all dead, like and then they have like 1 or 2 people who's not dead, and then you're trying to like, okay, leverage that and go in, right? But that's not what happened. So this game 1, I think Blacklist mostly won, capitalizing on the mistake of Boom. Let's take a look at the second game. Oh my God, you have the 3 marksmen being banned: Lady Sun, Dianjie, Arlie, and you have Pei being banned. Pei is more of a jungler. Meanwhile, Boom side is banning all jungle. They're banning just use hero pool. Faye, Lamb, Luna, and you have a Lone being banned away. So there are very limited marksman choices. But think to Flowborn, which happened to be one of the strongest heroes in the game. And I think Flowborn would work really well with someone like a poke combo. You know, like, I really like the poke strategy in Honor of Kings, and I wish more teams take advantage of it. In terms of like Shouyue, or you have someone like Flowborn. Flowborn's by the way, hardcore carry, but he can poke really well. So if you can get Mozi, Ganjiang, right, you can do really strong, because Flowborn also have a lot of survivability. And all you have to do is just poke. So you will poke the enemy before a team fight begins, and you will poke until they don't want to fight anymore. Meanwhile, you can see the strategy coming from Boom. It's very straightforward. It's kind of unique and creative, because Zhou Yu is being taken out. Zhou Yu is a very seldomly picked character. It's one of those, I would say, not so meta character. And it actually surprised you that when this character first got picked, you actually surprised you. You're like, whoa, Zhou Yu, really? How? Isn't like this more of a no one picked kind of character in rank? But no, in this case, the reason why Zhou Yu is picked is because there's channel, there's Aqua, Zhou Yu. If there's an opportunity for Boom to push tower, they will shred your towers. They will shred the entire lane of towers, and they will shred your base as well. They don't even need minions because of Aqua's skill 1. Right? Zhou Yu's fire. They all do so much damage. You also have Toshi's ultimate, his wolves. It's very disgusting if you give them opportunity to push. And they also have someone to kind of engage as well. So let's take a look at the bottom side, the rotation. This is a 3-2-2 dive. Zhang Fei is pretty tanky, but he doesn't have a dash anymore, so Chads get killed. And we're once again going to the position where there's a lot more silent rotation, silent action coming up from Boom ahead of their opposition. And the thing about this type of action is when it comes out, it put the enemy team in a defensive position, because they're like, you really have to move in response to the enemy instead of move in a more decisive fashion. If you know the enemy team might be coming to the bottom side, Chaz shouldn't be getting killed. And this is something that we see a lot less coming from KPL, but we see a lot more in the global scene of Honor of King right now, right, in KWC. And that's show you there's so much more to improve, and it'll show you like it's gonna be so much more exciting. Let's take a look at the bottom side, right? You can show you burning tower, and by the way, the fire burns tower so fast. Look at the HP going down. You can see a visible decrease in the tower HP. And now just like one skill 1, the tower is down to 50%. The big shield comes out. The early level, 4-minute tower defense mechanism comes out. Since his ultimate wasn't able to connect, and then he will have to fly back to, sell back to mid. But right at the moment when Zhou Yu leaves, you can see Boom, they're not leaving. They're still trying to shred the tower just as much as we can, but they overextended for sure. And then I'll say that impressive. Did he die here? Whoa, surviving that is insane. Not only that, Dragon ended up dying, but Zhou Yu is a very tanky character. Let's take a look one more time. So they try to kill, and then meanwhile, Dragon is just getting burned alive, man. He's getting burned alive. That is so crazy, because Zhang Fei is more of a defensive character, and then when you have Ogron, I think having something that's more engaging, that idea would work even better, right? Zhang Fei is more of a defensive vision control, frontline kind of character, which is good. Oh, here, let's take a look at Cecil. Boom, connects, stun. Good job from Chami. the knockup, the combo. You can see there's a huge disconnect from, right now when I look at the team fight, it's kind of chaotic. There's a huge disconnect. And then there's no reason for Dragon to do what he did here. Well, I mean, I can see the reason for it, but he goes into the combo, the backline, but the entire team is focused on this guy right here, Byron. And I can see there's a clear communication on this side, and then you have you have now Dragon being completely soloed. And the issue here is that's not something that you usually do, you know? And then we will constantly use the Chinese KPL region as an example because it's such a good example. Oh, Carl. Okay. Which is, okay, the bottom tower is gone, the fire is gonna kill it. Yeah, see, like the fire just killed the tower. Zhou Yu didn't even have to stay there. But back to what I was saying, there's this miscommunication of 4 people doing one thing and there's one guy doing another thing just now with Dragon, right, on a My Shiranui, and that was the reason. When you play Honor of King, very, very importantly, it's such a team-heavy game. The team have to be on the same page at all time. You cannot have 4 people doing one thing, another guy doing another thing, and not getting punished by it. So let's quickly go forward. And I know Blacklist really far ahead this game at one point and end up losing, so I want to see how that fight goes. But this is just a draft analysis early game, Blacklist. They would punish the over-aggression coming out from Boom again. They got Carl, they got Miggy. Both are killed. Forward. Yeah, remembered, yeah, because they can't win team fight anymore. Zhang Fei is too strong. By the way, this is a good synergized engage, right? So engage, this is skill 1 flash, push back, and then Zhang Fei and the Chaz in the back cutting the escape routes. And then Sun Ce is trying to zone everybody away from the slaughter in tier 1. So this is where Blacklist is starting to take control of the map. And then, yeah, Dragon couldn't get away. Toshi with a flash. But at what cost, right? There's a other slaughter on the other side. So this is a quickly ace. Easy wipeout for the favor of Blacklist. And then that's like tier 2 tower in mid lane. And then bottom inner tower should go down shortly after. That also transition into a Shadow Tyrant. Is Shadow Overlord gonna be taken down? Nope, Blacklist not wanna waste time on the Prime Bond debuff. Decided to take the opportunity to push the bottom tier 2 tower. They got a tower taken down, good rotation, and convert that advantage to top high ground tower, even better, and invade jungle. So now they're 10,000 gold ahead, 8,000 gold ahead. Let's see bottom side. Zhou Yu's just burning wave, but you can only do that once, right? Because there are waves coming out, can switch on the side. Dragon is looking to do some poke position. Mid high ground tower getting taken down. That's usually how this type of pace goes. Once one high ground tower goes down, it opens up an entrance to your base, and that's how you lose the base, right? The last high ground tower is going to be gone no matter what. And then let's take a look how this engage works. So into the boat, connects, and there's poke coming out from Flowborn, Golden Kite. All right, Dragon comes in. Let's take a look here. I think they're just not able to take down Zhou Yu, right? Or, oh, here we go. Since this engage wasn't able to work, the flash missed. And yeah, Zhou Yu is burning these dragons. And there's this not overwhelming amount of waves in support of it. And the engage wasn't synced either, right? I think, if anything, at this point, it should be a Sun Ce plus Zhang Fei all together, with Joshi as a bait, right? Joshi should get Sage Sanctuary. When it comes to high ground push, you have to focus on the target that have the best defense mechanism, which in this case is going to be Tatsuri on the Zhou Yu, and that wasn't taken care of. This is over 10,000 gold lead. Over 10,000 gold, let's take care of this. Okay, the ultimate missed. That was rushed ultimate. And now, let's take a look. Sun Ce missed all. There are a lot of miscommunications, and Dragon ended up getting killed one more time. All the skills just went missing all at once. Joshi cannot escape at all. The Sage Sanctuary didn't even turn into Destiny. It's pointless, he's dead anyways. So let's take a look at the team fight one more time. It's kind of chaotic, right? You have 2 people here, 3 people here, 2 people on the bottom side. The battlefield is completely separated. They could have waited for Zhang Fei to be in position, Sun Ce on the side. There's not a clear 4-1. In fact, the one was somehow the marksman. Not the marksman, but the mid lane, which is odd. Very, very odd, right? My Shiranui can be a great engage tool. And anyone they engage with 10,000 gold lead could have been instantly one-shotted if they sync their combo right. But the base operation is just chaotic. You have, like, look at the formation of this, right? This formation, this looks dirty. Why is it like this? Well, let's just go back to before Zhang Fei ulted. You have 3 people on the top side, Zhang Fei and Mai on the bottom lane. You should be the other way around. If you go back to watch all my analysis for AG games, you probably watch every single step along the way for high ground tower push. I would say like for the entire game, we saw a similar trend, which is Zhang Fei is like, not Zhang Fei, sorry, Sun Ce is the one, right? The clash lane is the one. 4 people always together. They engage to call for it. They have a clear engager, someone who's engaging. In this case, it can be Mai Shiranui, Zhang Fei, or Algorand as a bait. Go in, bait out some skills, leverage that, to bait the position of the opposition. And then Mai leverage the flash, the full combo to knock people back. Zhang Fei chain CC on top of it, instantly one-shot someone with Golden Kai's damage at this point, including Dragon. That's, Sun Ce follow up, that's just should be dead. So that's the turnaround of this game. This one team fight. And then everything is gone, right? Let's go into the next game. Because the next game, I think Blacklist ran into something similar. And by the way, Boom is playing really aggressive this game, right? Let me take a look at Joshi's farm. Joshi's doing all right. Joshi, did Jung get invaded? He did, and they're constantly invading. Let's take a look. Hold on. Chaz. Oh, that's why he got killed. Yeah. This is why HoK is so good in initiation tool. When you clump up like that, you will get punished quite a bit, and teleportation comes from Mickey. So a good, I would say, over here, it's an outsmart of draft combos. It wasn't, I wouldn't say it's like out rotation or whatnot. It's mostly just opportunistic. There is a snipe coming out from Toshi. On top of it, there's Gundam Mole plus Moza, right? This is going full poke comp right here. So you're just dead. And the engage is started by Toshi here. So Long have to use the ultimate and should be fine, leveraging the fact he does have boost of resistance. Top side, can Dragon gets a CC? No, that's not gonna be enough. Yeah, tanky for sure. Stun, Joshi's 1 HP. Oh, bottom side, there's a kill on Lamb. So Zhang Liang and the Princess Frost is a great combo. That's obviously the combo that Blacklist is going for. I don't see the appeal for Agudo in this game. Agudo needs some more synergy, I feel like, right? Whereas usually, by the way, if you go back to I have to continue to reference my KPL games. If you go back to watch KPL games, Agudo is picked with who, right? Ziya, Channel, just like the previous game with Boom, right? The game 1. I would say the strategy is pretty clear. Yeah, the strategy was really clear, but over here, there's a little bit of there's for sure off-synced pick here. I feel like the draft is, this is Zhang Liang O plus Princess Frost, Moses is dead. Yeah, it's for sure off-sync. Because Agudo, what is Agudo gonna do? Right, push tower on his own. It's good character, but at the same time, it could have been like something that synergized more. That gives more momentum, or can be like something, I would say for sure tankier, because right now they need, Agudo is pretty tanky, but it could be even tankier. Let's take a look. I think it's a decent pick, to be honest. I think it's a decent pick. It's just not very synergized, in a traditional sense that I watch from KPL. All right, let's continue. Go forward. Ooh. The pole combo was talking about Mozi and Gundam, right? One stun, one combo, Joshi is dead. He for sure needs Succuba's Cloak ASAP. Even then, Blacklist is able to get bottom tier 1 tower. So when was the turnaround? Let's watch the team fight one more time. By the way, Blacklist is such a good team. Learning the game not so long, and then with a full Pinoy team learning the game, right? With no imports. The performance that they're putting out is impressive. Just like the impressive from Boom. Oh, Chaz get one-shotted. It's a trade though. Trade a support for Clash Lane I guess it's fine. Let's take a look. Byron, we're gonna skip to the turnaround, okay? So let's take a look, let's engage right here. Dharma went in. Yeah, so this is another thing, right? We see Dharma flash engaged, and then which results in Carl and Miggy dies. And I see this frequently coming out from Boom. It's very adrenaline rush, Like this type of engage, you got chain combo, I can see that, but the issue is the team cannot follow up the way they're following up. The way how they're supposed to push tower is pretty simple. Mozi and Ganmo poke, the other side, because they can't really defend. Look at the entire side of Blacklist. Who can take the shots from Mozi and Ganmo? There's no reason to rush this type of fully committed team fights. And yet that's what they did. And they're paying a heavy price for it. Because they simply, like, when they make a mistake like this, they're gonna be heavily punished, right? And I give the Blacklist opportunity to take down inner tower, so outer tower, bottom lane inner tower as well. And then that started a snowball for Blacklist, which is 3,000 gold. And let's see how they extended that. Mid-tier 2, inner tower went down as well, which is just a normal, I would say, step-by-step, textbook-like chain of event that's supposed to happen. Good execution from Blacklist. Let's take a look at this high ground tower push here. Ultimate comes out. Decent amount of damage from Furball. They can't push the high ground yet. Let's take a look at this million fights. I want to see how different clashes happen. So okay, Engage comes out. Zhang Liang, you can look. The Zhang Liang and Mage they are trying to sync, but it's not well synced in a sense, right? I mean, I guess it still worked. Where at least Princess Frost ultimate and the damage was enough to kill the marksman Toshi as well as Carl. Two major carries. That means bottom high ground tower, inner tower can just be taken. High ground tower can be taken down, and the middle high ground tower will fall subsequently. And then that means the Shadow Overlord should be gone. Let's take a look at this team fight right here. Mozi trying to get vision, get himself killed. Yeah, Boom is making a lot of really aggressive plays, not paying out dividends. Look at Ganamo's damage, by the way. Like, Chaz and Chammy, they go in and then they get instantly killed, and Ganamo is untouched, right? Just doing a lot of damage here. And this Blacklist through quite a bit, right? Quite a bit, but beautiful job from Princess Frost. Freezing someone like Carl on Lamb is not easy. Freezing Carl is not easy for sure. And now they're trying to end this. They don't have anyone tanking the minion wave. So if they had like somebody tanking the minion wave, they could have ended the game right here. Because you're looking at someone like Justy on Nagudo there, they could have just ended. But getting shredded and killed like that is it's criminal for sure. So let's take a look at Mozi trying to push the wave, getting knocked up. One more time, auto attack. Look at the amount of damage. You don't need to commit at all, right? Zhang Liang, stun, Princess Frost follow up, Zhang Liang pull, Princess Frost follow up, and she'll be dead. Let's take a look at the pull right here. Oh, Dharma, beautiful engage there. And Byron, again, look at the positioning from the team. You can see why is Long going top to split push while 4 people sitting in base and not getting too much results out of it, right? And that's exactly what happened. The 4-1 is not clear enough. And Byron's position is now off to the side where, imagine Chammy getting killed with a team. That's for sure something that need to be adjusted, right? And Chan's getting one-shotted by Tatsuri. So there's a lot of throwing back and forth, right? That's how Boom got the Overlord, Shadow Overlord, and eventually snowballed the game back to their favor. In fact, now they're already back in their favor. Even though they lost 2 high ground towers here, with a singular push, I think that's going to be and by the way, Boom played it really patient here. They were not rushing it. Because they're not rushing it, and then Toshi trying to get damage on the side, which is a huge mistake, because you're not... When you're super far ahead, you can flash in, one-shot somebody, but he went in by himself on the right, you can see, right? Look at the team fight one more time. It's just like, it feels overly under-synced, right? HoE already missed his ultimate. It could have been Mozi poke first, along with Ganamo. They should always be together. Just like Chaz and Dragon should always be together, you know? But we actually see that less frequently. And Engage should come out from someone like Ganamo and HoE on the side. Long distance stun like that, and HoE is not in position to teamfight right away, is gonna be a huge mistake. And this teamfight is just chaotic, I would say. Despite the fact that no one get killed right away, right? It's just chaotic. A lot of trading on skills, but nothing really happened. Now, Boom's gonna leverage the fact that they just have longer hand. They're gonna poke and position to make sure you don't come in. And then the game snowballed from there because Shadow Overlord got taken right before the Tempest Dragon. So let's take a look at this one last team fight, I believe. Chammy is trying to get position. I feel like Chammy's position, look at the entire team. It's like a 2-3 split. That means if Boom goes on either side, they're gonna win. They have 4 people here. They have 4 people on the minimap clumping up together. And then here I only have 2 people, right? So either side, if they decide to engage, it's gonna be bad for Blacklist. This is why in KPL, they're very disciplined on 4-1. All the time, right? AG does this all the time. Whereas if you look at the position from Chammy, also Long is hanging out with Chammy for some reason, right? Golden Kai. And that's not supposed to happen. Long is supposed to hang out with the Blacklist, with the Princess Frost, as well as Liang right there, you know, with Chaz and Dragon. So you can see, and their stun comes out. There wasn't even being able to see Chen CC together, right? The Princess Frost got stunned. This is so crazy. Liang's ultimate comes in, there's no Chen CC coming out from Princess Frost. Huge mistake. executional mistake. And Blacklist should for sure make like, I don't know if you have to train heart rate or whatnot to make sure this doesn't, happen that way anymore, but boom, we'll continue. So that's it. That wraps up your analysis for Blacklist versus Boom. I like both teams. Big shout out to Blacklist for giving me this sweater. Going back for next phase of practice, I think it just have to be one word. It has to be discipline. When I watch the global region, you really have to double down on cleaning up the team fights. Make sure you're 4-1. Identify your one. Identify your team fight engages, right? Because when I watch the high ground push, I don't see a clear engage on forcing a fight. When you have that much advantage, 4-1 position and then make the call, make it happen. You have so many tools. You have Ogron and Mai Nui, you have freaking Zheng Fei, you have a lot of tools to tank the tower shots and aggro it, because tower is not that important at the point. It's just a matter of you going in and forcing the fight to happen. It's not something that we saw. I think for sure a lot of stage fright or maybe nervous because this is the biggest tournament, and which is just making even more of a mistake, to miss this opportunity. Princess Frost walking to the bush like this by himself, pretending that no one's there. That's crazy, to be honest, right? So for sure, a lot of stage fright from my boy Dragon over there, right? Dragon Golden Kite. Yeah, they should always be together. Chaz, Dragon, Golden Kite. Late game, including Just Shi, should always be together. But we're seeing a lot of mispositioned team fight, a missed opportunity from Blacklist to take advantage of the lead that they had. And then that's eventually resulted in a turnaround by Boom. Leave a comment down below, guys. What do y'all think about this game? Are you a fan of Blacklist? Did you get Blacklist break the code in-game emote? Did you get your 20% extra tokens with link in description and the QR code on screen? Let me know. With that being said, I'm signing off. We'll continue to do more KWC analysis to analyze the difference and what can global region improve on, work on for the next phase to keep on making the global scene more competitive, more fun. And then, yeah, that's about it. I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.